Hi, pile number one. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to be looking at how you're currently being viewed at work. So this could be with your coworkers, your colleagues, your clients. It could be people that come into your place of work, whatever it is. Choose the people's perspective that you'd like to see now, and then we're going to look at that together. What I'm going to do in the beginning of the reading is sort of like an energy check. So I'm going to be looking at possible like career roles or industries that you guys might be in. And then that'll let you know if you've chosen the right pile or not. You may not hear your exact role, but you may hear something that, similar to it or reminds you of what you do now. So we have Fish, Tower, and Scythe. The number 34, 19 or 10 could be significant here. These three cards are the King of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles, with the Woman card here on the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Swords. Okay, so give me some hints here, Spirit, as to who I'm talking to right now. This is going to be the energy check where we look at your possible career, industry, or role. So we have the Hangman, the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the King of Cups. Okay. Your possible career or industry that you're in right now, with the Judgment card coming through. Some people here actually do something spiritual for their work. They could have some sort of career or role where they're giving people a second chance. Now, this could be quite literally as like a past life reader, a spiritual teacher. Now, there are other people here that are like an ex-con turned advocate, or career transition coach, something to do with coaching or public speaking, some sort of like leadership training. You could be in that. What else? I'm getting with the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords energy here. There are also some other people here in this group that could be in security, or they do some sort of like investigative work, cybersecurity, analyst. I heard somebody here could be an author, but like when it comes to like sci-fi stuff or documentaries or something along those lines, there's someone here that might be an investigator or like a fraud specialist, might do something with insurance. Knight of Swords. Who else could be in this group here? Somebody here could work in a field where it's just like very fast paced, either with the communication, like maybe you're always getting calls, or maybe you're always taking orders or something like that. Other people here, like I said, you could be in law enforcement, or you could be a journalist. There are other people here that do like air traffic or traffic control, something to do with transportation. Because I heard officer, but I also heard traffic controller, patrol officer, stuff like that. I don't know why so much I don't know if this is like military or like government jobs coming through so much in this group, with like the officer and stuff coming through. Obviously, if you don't like the feds, then don't take that to heart. It's just that there are some people here that might be around that. I heard somebody here might take what's that, is it like crisis line? It's not the crisis line. What's the name of the dispatcher? That's what it is. Somebody here could be like a dispatcher, the ones that like take the calls and stuff. Okay, now with the King of Cups, on a completely different note, there are other people here that might be in leadership when it comes to something emotional or artistic. So someone here could be like a creative director, a trauma-informed leader, a philanthropist, CEO sort of person. And I'm also getting with the Ten of Swords that there are other people here who could possibly be in the industry of like where things are ending. So I heard something about, I don't know if this is, what is the name of... Y'all, please help me because I'm drawing blanks. What is the name of that industry where people pass away? Funeral homes, the morgue, stuff like that. I don't know why that just came through with the Ten of Swords energy right there. Other people here could work in like the recovery industry, maybe as like a burnout consultant. Again, I'm getting something like crisis hotline responder or transitional housing caseworker, social services sort of thing. There's a lot coming through for this group. So you may have found yourself somewhere in there, or maybe you do work with some different types of groups that do stuff like that. But now, as for your current role or what you may be doing in like your day-to-day, let's see what else comes through. We have the High Priestess, the Justice card did come out in reverse, the King of Wands, and the Sun card. Okay, the High Priestess. More major arcana coming through here. The High Priestess. Someone else here could be in like the research industry. I am getting another with the High Priestess coming through here, clarifying that Hanged Man. There's more energy of like psychic reader, librarian, researcher, mystic, therapist, like, or combination of like academics with something spiritual for some here. Now with the Justice card. Again, there are other people here that could work in ethics. I heard somebody here might be a professor or a judge. Someone here could be an HR or a mediator, compliance officer, policy, ethics, public administration, stuff like that. King of Wands energy is a little bit different though. Other people here, maybe the masculines or anyone here that resonates with that, might be in some sort of like executive visionary position, venture creator, innovation strategist. Maybe someone here has like founded their own brand. The Sun card. Other people here could work with children, like a joy-centered career, like a job that actually is their passion. So this could be like a pediatrician, kindergarten teacher, entertainer, summer camp director. Maybe you guys do events, performing arts, influencer, event hosting. Yeah, that's coming through. Okay, so if you resonated with any of that, or I don't know, whatever reason you just felt really drawn to this message and you still want to keep going, you got the Fish card here, which talks about business, firmness, commerce, gain, wealth, and abundance. So some of you guys, the talk that is going on about you when it comes to your career is actually good, because the things that they're saying about you has to do with the fact that maybe they want to bring you on board, or they appreciate what you're doing for a business, or maybe they want to bring you on board with their business. Other people here are, their energy towards you, or what they think about when they think of you, I feel like it has something to do with wealth or like some sort of gain. So when you're at work, or the people that are talking about you when it comes to work in your career, they're talking about, I feel like, how much they can gain from you. And I feel like the people that are talking about this are also in some sort of position of authority. This could be somebody who, I don't know, I heard somebody say they're a government connect. Why is there so much coming through in this group with government? I hope it doesn't come through for all the other groups, but it came through super strong for this one. Okay, some of you guys, the person that is talking about you at work, you know them to be a loudmouth. This person could quite literally be loud, just the way they speak. Their natural voice is loud. Or this is somebody who's always talking. I heard, when I hear loudmouth though, I don't think of somebody that you necessarily like to be around. So I don't know if that's what it is. The energy towards you when they're talking about you at work, or how you're currently being perceived at work, period. Some of you guys, you're being perceived around at work because of like, or based off of some sort of accident that happened. Others of you, it's like something that came into fruition for you recently. So maybe you got a new car, maybe you went and bought this new thing and brought it to work and showed everybody. I don't know what it is. Other people here got a surgery, or they just like went through a really dangerous experience, but they came out all right. So people could be talking about that. What else? There is a woman talking about you at work. Okay, so what are they saying, or how are they currently perceiving you in this group? Let's see. So we have the Page of Wands, the Devil, wow, the Chariot, the Hermit. There's a lot of energy coming through here. Wow. Okay, so someone here could have fire in their chart: Capricorn, Virgo, Cancer, Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. Okay, so what are they saying, and how are you currently being perceived at work? I heard in this group, when it comes to work in your career, you are respected. I don't think that you have haters at your job, but you may have people that are gossiping about you or like talk about you at work. But I am getting that you are respected. I'm getting that you do bring improvement to your job. Somebody here could have earth in their chart. It's either someone with earth or fire talking about you. Either if you don't have that in your chart, then that's how you know who's saying these things. And sometimes we don't know what someone has in their chart, so only take these messages as they resonate for you, right? But yeah, okay, so let's start with the Page of Wands. What are people thinking about you at work? Actually, I think I want to do the Major Arcana first, because that's kind of what my order has been with these readings lately, and I kind of like it. So we have the Chariot here. They're thinking that you get shit done at work. You're known for meeting deadlines. You're known for your momentum. People at work are talking about how when you're at work or when you're moving, you are moving like you're on a mission. So maybe they're saying that you don't get easily distracted. Maybe this is something new for you. And for others of you, you're always this focused and like dedicated and concentrated. And that's what they're talking about with you, is that they're noticing that you are really, I heard, putting shit out there or producing results with the Chariot. And I also heard it's like a promise that you made, or like a goal, or I almost wanted to say like a mission that you set out on, and you let other people that know that you were going to do this, and you did do it. And so people are talking about it like that. Like, so let's say you got hired at a job, and you told them when you were getting hired, I'm going to fix this, or I'm going to make this better, or I'm going to improve this, and you actually did. So people are talking about you in that way, or they're talking about something else in your life apart from work that you said that you were going to get done, but they're seeing it. Either way, what they're talking about with you is that you're getting shit done. Now, they're also saying stuff here with the Hermit card. I heard that you are a bit mysterious at work. I feel like you don't share too many personal details about your private life at work. At work, sometimes they wonder if you really do like them, because some people here in this group actually do keep to themselves. Maybe you just don't respect the people around you, but I am getting that people do respect you and your independence regardless. So like maybe other people want to help you out at work or take more off your plate, and like you're just like no. I feel like when people talk about you at work, it's like you definitely do things a certain way. You have your own like vision or method to your madness, and people see again that it produces results, and that's why they respect you. So I will be looking more at other reasons why they respect you, because it's coming through very strongly here in this reading. But let's keep going through and see what comes out. The Chariot and the Devil. Yeah, the Devil card here. People at work believe that you can be quite intense as well. Maybe a bit too intense sometimes, because you give ambition, but other times it may come off like a bit obsessive, like maybe workaholic, or other times you have this like don't cross me sort of energy, or just like don't get in my way. But I think a lot of the time it's like people assuming that you're in this don't get in my way sort of energy, and more it's just like you work, some of you guys, you just work best alone, or you don't like people asking you like a bunch of questions while you're getting stuff done or whatever. Maybe you just get in your zone. So what are people saying about you? It could be clients, it could be coworkers, doesn't matter. Whoever you wanted to hear about in this reading, just I'm channeling them for you right now. So the Knight of Pentacles, what are they saying about them at work? Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Well, first off, with the Page of Wands, they're saying that you are full of energy. Like, people think that you bring fresh ideas to your work or to your career, whatever it is that you do. You can be quite spontaneous sometimes, and they also say that you have a nice sense of humor. So I feel like when people are interacting with you at work, they actually do enjoy you, and they wish that they could like laugh with you and like hang out with you more, or they wish that they had more like free time to spend with you at work more. Maybe you're always having a lot on your plate, so there's not much time for fun. But I do feel like people wonder like what you do for fun, what your hobbies are, what you like to do outside of work. And for some of you guys, the reason why is because you actually do something that you're passionate about for your job. So they want to know like what your other passions are, but you can be pretty private, or like when you're at work, you're in a certain mode. And I'm saying when you guys are at work, but not everybody here like goes into the office. So just, like I said, take it as it resonates. It could be when you're on call. It could be, when you are going to visit this place or whatever. It depends what you do. But yeah. What else? Knight of Pentacles. What are they saying about them at work? What are they saying about them at work with the Knight of Pentacles? They say that you're very reliable. You seem very reliable. I don't know why I said seem. So some of you guys, you're watching this to see like maybe, I don't know. I don't want to guess everyone's situation here, but sometimes I do readings and not everyone here has a job yet, but they're looking for a job. And other times people don't have like their own boss, but they work for themselves. So that's why I say, flip these messages to resonate for you. But I think that the perspective that people have on you at work is that you're very hardworking. You're not too flashy, but you are definitely like trustworthy. And with the Three of Swords here on the bottom of the deck, they also might say that maybe they can tell that you have been hurt before in your life. Some people know this story at your job. Maybe I don't feel like it's something that you would have told, so I don't know if it's just that people are making these assumptions about you at work, that you've gone through something difficult, and that's maybe why you don't get close to people, or you don't want to hang out with them, or maybe they just assume that like you may have gone through like some sort of past drama in your life. It's like, I do feel like this is the gossip around you really, is like, what have they been through? Like, it's like people want to know the like, I don't want to even say gooey drama about you. They want to know like what makes you you. And maybe because you come off like a very deep yet almost like non-disclosing sort of person, that's why they have these sort of assumptions or these thoughts about you. It's like, okay, now I see that they're so great at this job, but now I want to know why, or now I want to know how, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm getting with the Three Swords there. And they just assume that it may be from like necessity or having to do these things or whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So let me see, because I am getting that you are respected, and I do feel like people find you very attractive, like very, very seductive and very persuasive. It's like quiet, confident type, definitely in this group. That's what people think of you. What else do they think? How else are they viewed at work? What do people talk about when they bring you up? And in this group, they could talk about maybe you are breaking out of a like toxic workplace, or maybe you're breaking from some sort of like money trap or something like that. Some people here could have actually got involved with some sort of like temptation. I don't know if this was like spending or gambling. Some of you guys, what they're talking about is how you recently left a job that was draining you, or you, I don't know if you stepped down from something, or you, what's that word? Rejected something? Declined something? Okay. The Chariot. What else are they saying about you at work? The Chariot. Some people have mentioned that you have gone through a promotion, or that maybe you relocated, or you're thinking about doing so. They could be saying that, again, they do see momentum in your career that's putting you in some sort of position of control, or for you to have more control over your day-to-day or your schedule or something like that. I'm also getting that in this group, people could be talking about your car, or the way that you're getting around, the way you're traveling right now. And a lot of what people are saying is about like your hustle. Other times though, or maybe recently, someone here, maybe they took like a day off, or they just didn't hear from them for a while, or I don't know, but someone here actually did take time off, or just recently like applied to take time off to go on like a little trip, or maybe you are being sent on a trip for your business, and that's what's coming through here. And it may not be like a long trip. Some people here it's just like a short trip, but other people here maybe recently switched to a remote job or freelance, or are trying to do that, and that's what people are talking about. There's something here about, again, you liking things to be done a certain way, and you also liking your space when you're working, or needing space to reflect before you do next steps. So people talk about how like in your career, while you get things done, you don't rush anything. It's like very methodical the way that you go about things. And again, it almost, I heard 99.9% of the time, you're always producing like stellar results. That's what people are saying about you. What else? Anything else, Spirit? Page of Wands to the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you guys have recently like pitched your ideas, or landed like your first major gig with something, and so people could be talking about that. I feel like when they're bringing these things up, they're actually like celebrating you in that regard. Other people here might be involved in like some sort of like new internship, or starting something new that's like creative, or something with content, personal branding, like I said, that came through earlier for someone's industry. So if you've done anything, and it could even be your own personal style that you've changed up, and you're wearing stuff differently, or wearing different types of things when you go to work now, people are mentioning that. And for others of you, it's not your style, but like I said, it is something that you recently put out, or maybe you just changed up something. I heard something about changing up something, so I don't know if it's you recently changed the system that you were using, but this feels something like more light, something that you would be more excited about with the Page of Wands. And the reason why they're talking about that is because they don't see you get excitable. They don't see you get excitable about too many things. Okay. All right. Knight of Pentacles. Anything else? What else are they talking about with pile number 1? Some people could be talking about how you are reaching leadership, or some sort of like legacy building role. Like it's really coming through that you are securing maybe big contracts right now. You could be overseeing finances for other people. Maybe you're doing budgeting, or like I said, some people here are quite literally themselves becoming a boss or a CEO. And I don't feel like this is the energy that's going to come through for every single group. And I did that intentionally for how I blindly pulled these piles. Usually what I do is like I will either use less amount of cards, or I will like use the same deck for each one and then shuffle repeatedly. But what I did for this group actually is that I just used the entire deck, and so every single group here is going to have a different array of cards. There's not going to be too much repetition here, so I'm very excited for these groups. I do feel like the messages will be a lot longer because of that, so do bear with me. If you're not a fan of the longer readings, feel free to speed it up, and if you do like the longer ones, well, thank you so much for watching. This is going to be So much to edit, but I'll do it for y'all. Anyway, what else are they saying? The Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit. That's really what I'm getting for this group. The Three of Swords, someone here actually did quite literally get let go or backstabbed with their career. And if that is the case, for those of you that are in that situation, then they're talking about how you didn't deserve to be betrayed that way professionally, and how if there's any sort of like gossip or difficulties that you've experienced in the workplace, even right now, if they're happening, like it could be coworker fallout or something like that, or you're dealing with like a setback or a rejection or someone blaming something not working on you when it wasn't even your fault. Like, people are talking about how unfair that is. If you are going through something like that, if you have had some sort of missed opportunity, people are also saying it wasn't a missed opportunity, there's something better out there for you. I feel like in this group, when it comes to your career and your job, like, people talk about you in a very, very, very positive light. They don't feel like you deserve anything negative. They really are appreciative and happy that you're around, and they do want to get to know you more, but they respect you. And I feel like that's why they probably don't tell you that, or they don't I feel like in this group, people they really don't want to push you or like disrespect you at all in your workplace or in your career, wherever you're at. So if you wonder why, like, maybe people don't approach you this way or whatever, or why people act like this around you, then this is why, because this is how they're perceiving you. So yeah, if that resonated, definitely let me know. I will be doing this segment monthly here on the channel, and a bunch of other monthly posts that you guys will be able to see on the community tab. I post the schedule for when each of those reading types will be coming out. I also do the zodiac signs 12 love readings every single month, so we're going to be starting that in the beginning of May. I'm not sure when I'm putting this out yet, so that's why I'm just letting you guys know the schedule here. And yeah, if you guys would like a personal reading for me, you can definitely check out Etsy, and I will be letting out the May 2025 astrology calendar, where you can use spiritual guidance and the cosmos to achieve your success and happiness. So check that out if you'd like, and I'll see you there. Bye. Welcome to your reading. My name is Jay, and today we're going to be looking at how you're currently being perceived at work. So this could be by clients, boss, colleagues, people that just came into your place of business or whatever. Whoever's perspective you want to see right now, tune into them mentally, and I'm going to be doing the same thing as I channel through these cards. So let's get straight into it. We have Cross, which is the Six of Wands in this deck. It has the number 36 on it. We have the number 26, which is the Ten of Pentacles, the book card. Wow, this is lovely. Oh, this is lovely. It's lovely and emotional. I feel like how you're being perceived. Okay, so we have the King of Cups here, which has the word house on it and the number 4. So these could be significant numbers. 20 and the 8 of Swords here with the word garden on it. Okay, so for your tarot, we have 5 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles. And we're gonna keep looking through those as well. So what I'm gonna do in the beginning of the reading is something called an energy check. So for this part of the reading, I'm going to be tapping into possible career industries or career roles that you guys could be in, so you'll know whether or not you chose the correct pile for this reading. And if it does resonate with you, then keep watching, okay? And thanks so much for tuning in, like I said. So 5 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. There's a lot of Cups and Pentacles energy here. So what could you do for work? What could they be doing for work? 5 of Cups. Some of you could work in like grief support or addiction recovery work, grief counselor, rehab, a nurse, mental health care, first responder, paramedic, is it EMT or EMS? I think those are 2 different things. Is EMT emergency medical transport, and then EMS? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I really can't remember. Why am I hearing EMT right now? Okay. What else? And I also heard somebody does something with phones. That just came through. That's so interesting. Okay. 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles with the 9 of Cups. Someone else here for their career could be in like some sort of like luxury services. I don't know if you work with like luxury brand or lifestyle branding. Marriage counselor came through here. I don't know why that just came through. Maybe it's because I'm seeing this 10 of Pentacles here. Someone here could be a private chef. They could be in some sort of like event planning for celebratory stuff, like baby showers, bridal parties, bachelor parties. Ooh, someone here could be a stripper. You know, get a girl, get that money. And you could be a male stripper too. What else? Someone here could have, yeah, I don't know why I heard event planner, or someone that like tries to help people achieve their own goals in their life. So maybe some people here have like a different view of like what their day-to-day life is compared to maybe other people here that could do it 9 to 5. I'm not getting too many people that do like a traditional 9 to 5, and even if you do have a 9 to 5, I feel like every day that you have is like different, the way it looks and what you're doing. Some of you guys where you're at too. 5 of Pentacles. What do you do for your career? Other people here could be in some sort of like support role in low income or crisis settings with the 5 of Pentacles here. So food bank coordinator, social worker, housing assistant staff, anything like that. 10 of Pentacles here. There's also other people here that could have a family-owned business, or maybe you work with like wealth transfer or estate planner, real estate, trust funds, financial advisor, generational wealth coach, stuff like that. Now, other roles that you could possibly be in. We have the King of Swords, the Chariot, the Page of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, and on the bottom of the deck is the 7 of Wands. Okay, so more things coming through here now with the Chariot. Tell me about the Chariot, Spirit. Someone here could be in transportation, sports, or in some sort of like tech startup. Other people here could be a truck driver. I heard someone here is a pro athlete, startup founder. Someone here works in like logistics. I don't know why I heard somebody say that's confidential. That's confidential. So I don't know if you do something with like NDAs or whatever, or something with a lot of paperwork. What else am I getting here? King of Swords, 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands. 5 of Wands. Someone here could be in competitive sports, sales, a debate role, a sales rep, athletic coach, conflict resolution, or some sort of like conflict specialist, I heard. Now, other people here work in like advocacy roles, like social justice. Maybe you do something with like the unions, or you're a labor organizer, nonprofit, activist, or maybe even like a legal advocate, I heard. Anything else? King of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Anything else here that I'm getting for your possible roles for the energy check here? King of Swords. Other people here are like top level legal thing. Someone here works in a corporation or works like the corporate life for sure. But I'm also getting here with the King of Swords, military or government. Similar to the last pile we did, but I'm only getting a few of you guys here that could be in that sort of role. Other people here are like a dean, or you run like a school, some sort of like military commander or high rank, whatever. Anything else? Page of Pentacles. Last thing that I'm getting with the Page of Pentacles is that for the other role, some people here are quite literally like in a role of like a student or an intern right now. They're starting up their career. Someone here is like learning more about finance or something like that. Business student in some sort of paid apprenticeship. Someone here could be like in a paid apprenticeship for like tattooing, or I don't know what other jobs have apprenticeship. Is there like craftsman? What's that job? Carpentry and stuff where they have apprenticeship. I think they have carpentry and like welding apprenticeships. Correct me if I'm wrong. Last thing I'm getting with the Page of Pentacles is another person here could be on like some analyst entry level job, or something that they could find quick and easy to work from home. Okay. So if that resonated with you in any way, if you heard something there that maybe you did in the past or you do now, then here we go. I feel like the energy that people are bringing towards you feels positive with these cards, but I'm not going to jump the gun here. Let me flip over the cards and see what else is coming out. It could be a mix of both. It could be what I said. Let's see. So we have the Wheel of Fortune came out. It came out in reverse, which I will take note of. Page of Pentacles. The 7 of Cups. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Knight of Cups. The Tower. The King of Pentacles. 1, 2, 3. Y'all got an extra card. I'm pretty sure you got an extra card in this group. So this one might be a little bit longer, but that's all right, because this feels like a complicated individual here. You have the Page of Pentacles coming out twice in your reading period, but it is here as well as the King of Pentacles. So I heard that there's different views of you in your work and in your career. Some people view you one way and other people view you a different way. So you're going to have to split apart who you think might be viewing you differently. But I am getting that some people view you as more mature and responsible, well put together, and then others might view you to be like new in the field or like new at that place. And that's why they're not viewing you like the King of Pentacles. And again, it doesn't matter your gender, but let me just get into it because I don't want it to sound too vague, but it almost feels like the thoughts and the things that people are saying about you are vague at your career and your place of work. It could be because you don't know these people too much. Some of you guys are new at this place, and for others of you, it's because I don't know if there's some sort of like distance or like separation here or what. So let me break this down. How are they currently being viewed in their place of work? Some of you guys have actually improved your place of work because you now either you set the standards higher yourself or you did something to where now at your place of work they can set the standards higher for what they're doing. It's like you elevate performance, you raise financial goals. Some of you guys lead with like a lot of financial wisdom and like smarts with that. And so people talk about you in that way at work too, if you have anything to do with that, with the money aspect of things. What else are people saying about you at work? What else are they saying about you? So anyways, they're talking about with the Wheel of Fortune here. I don't know if someone here, did you like suddenly get an opportunity or suddenly experience some sort of major shift in your life? Some of you guys recently got like a grant or you got some money. And other people here, it was actually something difficult, like you got laid off, which did come through in the other group too. But the only reason why I'm saying it here is because the Wheel of Fortune came out in reverse. None of the other cards came out in reverse. Now, others of you recently landed like your dream gig, or people are assuming that you're about to. And that's what they're talking about at work. Page of Pentacles. What else are they saying? They're saying that, yeah, because it feels like you have been starting some sort of like new class or training. A lot of the times that's what the Page of Pentacles is doing. It's like, so maybe they're talking about some sort of onboarding that they want to do with you or the potential of something with you. You could be researching right now, building or applying for something. They're talking about that at work. They're talking about your long-term vision for something at work with your coworkers, your colleagues, whoever it is. That's what they're saying. And with the Seven of Cups, at the same time, they mentioned that you could be facing like too many options right now. Like it's hard for you to make a choice. Maybe you're experiencing some sort of like confusion with your career. Maybe you have too many offers, or it's just unclear where you're going with this project, but people want to know. It's almost like you could be somebody that has a lot of ideas in your mind right now, but not enough clarity. That's what some people are saying. I don't know if this is people that have already like gotten a doctorate or like a PhD or something in something that they think they're someone or whatever, or they think that there's like one way to go about things in life with your career or whatever. I don't know if these are like closed-minded individuals, because it almost feels like whoever's saying that maybe just doesn't know you very well. Because I do feel like there are aspects of you that is very like well planned and like thought out, and you do know where you're going with things with the King of Pentacles, and as well you do have a lot of success under your belt. But maybe it's just like the people that are saying these things have a different view or a version of what success looks like, or what they feel like your success would look like. Some of you guys, I heard this is also something that your family members or your parents specifically talk about when it comes to you and your career. But at work, you may be stuck, or people are saying this or thinking these things, like that sometimes you may be stuck in like fantasy role. Maybe you are struggling to choose your direction. Now again, that's just someone's perception. It doesn't have to be true and it doesn't have to be false. But with the Knight of Cups here, other people are saying that you could currently be pursuing a job right now, or a client or whatever, that you're hoping will lead to some sort of emotional satisfaction for you, like something that it's like you're hopeful that something will work out. So they could be saying this, but it's like you are approaching them, or you are trying to move them. The Tower. They could also be saying, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this group. It could, like I said, sometimes people just say things, like they could just be creating gossip about you, and other times it's true, or this is how you're actually feeling right now. So take it as it resonates, because I am getting that there's some people, most of the people that are talking about you in this way actually do care for you, but others of them are just like gossips for real. Others of them, they just kind of like to be in other people's business, and they don't always know what they're saying. So it does feel like in this group there's a mixture between like what is true and what's not, and also like who's saying these things with good intentions and who's saying them like out of ignorance. But some of you guys, they're talking about how your career might be in some sort of like upheaval right now. You could have like recently quit somewhere or experienced like a massive shift. It's like some people feel like you're looking a little liberated but messy. And that's none of their business. But maybe it is true, but maybe it's not. Because a lot of the time with the King of Pentacles, this is somebody who, like I said, is securing big contracts, who is overseeing a lot of important things in their life. So maybe some of you guys are taking like a sabbatical, or maybe you've taken a step away from what you usually do for work to work on something else. Or maybe there's just a lot of like confusion or misconceptions about you in the workplace. But that's what's coming through here. And with the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck, they are also saying that soon you are planning on rolling out some sort of like new product, or some of you guys have been sending like a lot of emails or pitches lately. Maybe you've been putting in a lot of applications, so like they don't feel like this place that you're in right now is going to last forever, but maybe you're working on something. Like for example, I know somebody who is currently like applying for different like grants and like reaching out to different partners for stuff for their business. So I'm wondering if anyone here is like also trying that, or they have to do stuff like that for their career, so they could be mentioning that, or how you're going about those things. Yeah, I think people are talking about how the intensity of your workflow is changing, and yeah, there's somebody here who recently went viral though, or someone here who recently started to pick up with their career, and there are other people here who are about to do that, who are in the process of doing that. So that's what I'm getting in this group. Again, I'm going to be doing this topic on the channel monthly now, so you guys can definitely hit this subscribe button. I'll be looking at what's coming up next in your career, money, advice for you guys, as well as how you're currently being perceived at work. So if you want to check those out, definitely subscribe on here, and also check out maybe becoming a member on Patreon, because not all of those topics will be available to free members or subscribers here on YouTube. Some of them will just be for Patreon. So I will see you guys there. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to watch your love reading for your zodiac sign this month, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live for that. And if you would like a personal reading from me, you can get those on Etsy or Patreon. Bye. Pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today I'm going to be looking at how you're currently being viewed and perceived at work. So this could be by your boss, by your coworkers, your colleagues, your clients, anyone really. Just think of the person or the people that you want to tap into their mind space of right now, and I'm going to channel them here in the cards. And I'm also going to start the reading with an energy check where I tap into possible career industries or job roles that you guys might be in, so that you know whether or not you've chosen the right pile. So my name is Jay. If it resonates, do let me know, like or comment on the post, and maybe I'll see you here again. So your first card here, we've got dog. Wow. Okay, so right off the bat, I heard that the people that we're tapping into in this reading, some of them are people that you actually consider friends right now that you work with. So these could be coworkers that you love. It could be someone that you used to work with a long time ago, but you still keep in contact with. But that's coming through here. It's like someone that you definitely trust, who has shown up as a support to you, even if you're not working with them currently. It's somebody there. There's the Tree card here, 7 of Cups, 10 of Cups is here, Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, Snake, and Whip. The numbers 18, 5, what's this? 7 or 11 could be significant to someone here. Okay. There's someone here that is sexually attracted to you at work, and then there's another person here that I don't even want to like really tap into, but unfortunately they showed up, who I do think is like jealous of you and might actually hate on you at work. And I feel like they might do these things like discreetly, not around you. So if it does come through in the cards, I will definitely relay the information that they're talking about. But it feels like for those people, it's just like someone who's like a hater, or like kind of insecure, or maybe they're just like someone that abuses their power, or they just make things difficult for no reason, but they're coming through. Other people that are coming through, like I said, is someone that you love or someone that you care about. It could be people that you care about, that you really jive well with when it comes to your career. It could even be, I heard some of you guys is someone that you worked with in the past that's coming through. And with the Snake card, there's another person that is sexually attracted to you, or just really, really, really respects you and thinks that you are like fierce as hell or savage as hell. Okay, so Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords. This is the energy check now. So this is where I'm going to be looking at possible career industries or roles for you guys, and you might resonate with them. So here we go. What possible career role could this group be in? We've got the Tower and the Fool. With the Fool card, what role could you be in? Someone here works in like travel. or something that's like more adventurous with their industry. So I don't know if this is like skateboarding, or I don't know why I heard mountain biking, hiking, backpacking. Some of you guys are not working right now. You're actually like free from work right now and you're just traveling or whatever. There's another person here that might be a flight attendant, work on a cruise ship. Someone here is like a singer, or another person might blog their lifestyle. Freelance workers could be here. I'm getting started up in this group too. Someone that works in like the gig economy too. So it's like you don't always know how your month to month is going to look like in terms of the big events or things that you're doing. Okay. The Tower. The Tower. Someone here could be in emergencies. Oh, that's why I was hearing EMT earlier. And now it came through in this group, EMT. I heard firefighter in this group. Divorce attorney. Disaster relief. Someone here works in like oceanography or like geography or something like that. Archaeology, history, sort of things. Emergency services coming through. Something about restructuring or construction. Anything else in this group? What industry might they be in? Ace of Swords and the Two of Swords. What industry or role might they be in? Someone here is in law, or they're an editor, or a technical writer, contract or copyright writer, contract reviewer. Another person here could quite literally be like a diplomat, or an arbitrator, judge assistant, crisis negotiator. Okay. So what other roles are coming through here? We've got the Lover's card, the Queen of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Ace of Cups with the Temperance card. It came out in reverse on the bottom of the deck. I'm not going to take reversals for this part of the reading. Okay. More Major Arcana coming through here. More Cups energy and some Wands energy. Okay. So, what other roles am I seeing here? But the Queen of Cups, someone here could be in a therapy or a healing profession, psychologist, a doula, social worker, intuitive healer, or even a midwife. I got. What about the Lovers? The Lovers. What else? Temperance card came through. Healing and wellness, holistic services, Reiki, wellness coach. Someone works at a retreat here, or a spa, or something to do with that. Cosmetology. What's that other one? It starts with the E. Esthetician. Is that it? Someone does that. I also heard something about dermatology, medicine, chemistry, pharmaceuticals. That came through here. What else? The Lovers. Someone here works and like does something for relationships. So that could be like relationships between different brands or corporations. This could be something with artistic collaboration, couples therapy, counseling, matchmaking. HR came through for this group too. Six of Wands. Anything else for this group? Six of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Possible industries. Someone here works in like a performance or recognition based career. So this could be like public speaking, comedy, something where there's like charts or awards that are given out. Marketing lead. Someone here is a creative that actually has won an award already. Someone here could produce music, or engineering came through. Okay, so you may have heard your role in this, or you may have heard something that you resonated with, or maybe you just really were drawn to like the pile or the image here. Whatever the case is, this is your reading. If none of that sounded like you, choose a different pile, okay? But let's get into it. Okay, so we've got Judgment in reverse. How are you currently being perceived and viewed at work? The Four of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands, with the Nine of Wands here on the bottom of the deck. How are you currently being viewed at work? You're being viewed at work like you are like guarded. You're being viewed at work like you're guarded. You cooperate when you have to. You show your skills and like you work and do what you need to when you have to, but like you don't do more than you have to. You don't overextend yourself. You don't do things for like validation or really care like what people think about you at work, and that's like very apparent. You got earth or fire in your chart, or those houses. So earth houses would be 2, 6, and 10, and fire houses would be 1, 5, and 9. And I also got a little bit of like strong Pluto energy here, so that could be touching your sun or your ascendant sign. Someone here has Scorpio in their chart, or it's these signs that are thinking these things about you. But what are they thinking about you at work? This is interesting. A lot of Pentacles energy coming through here, but let's start with the Major Arcana and then we'll go through the Wands. So what are they saying about them at work? They're saying that you're very strong. You're very strong. Like, I don't know why that's coming through, but they're talking about how strong you are and how you can like bounce back. Some of you guys are saying that you have gone through a glow up. Like, you're looking better nowadays. Other people are talking about how you recently came to your senses about something with work. Okay. What else are they saying? What else are they saying, and how are they currently being perceived in their place of work? Two of Wands. You're being perceived as someone who is like planning their next move. People could be talking about how they think you are quietly like plotting for a new promotion, or maybe even like planning to leave the place of work that you're at right now. So they could be talking about that. With the Nine of Wands here on the bottom of the deck, someone has spoken about you and said that maybe you've been burned before, or definitely like I said, that you're guarded but strong. And they talk about how you handle pressure well with work. You actually handle pressure well. Some of you guys more than you, or better than you thought you did, or better than they thought you would. Oh, okay. So I heard in this group, some of you guys that talk about you, it's clear that like someone underestimated you, or they weren't sure how it was going to work out with you, but it's better than what they expected. Interesting. These messages are way different than the other groups. Page of Pentacles, you have, oh, not the Page of Pentacles, you have the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So they're saying that you're really good at what you do. You radiate skill. Like I said, when you have to, or when it is like a group-based thing or whatever, you really can collaborate. You want other people to collaborate too. So some of you guys, you are in like a boss position and you are in charge of like delegating tasks, and they're talking about that. Other people are talking about how much they learn from you, or how much they want to learn from you, or are willing to learn from you. And that's what they're talking about with your career. With the Four of Pentacles, they could be saying, again, in this group, also how you are private. You keep your business to yourself, but you also respect other people's boundaries too. Okay. So I don't know if there was like a situation where the conversation could have gone deeper, but you just kind of like ended it there. Two of Wands. What are they talking about them when it comes to their work and their career? What are they saying about them? Two of Wands. And then I know. Is there anything else, Spirit? I don't know why this one is coming through as like kind of like cut and dry. This reading is that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like cut and dry. It almost feels like in this group that people aren't talking about you much. It almost feels like they're not talking about you much. And the ones that want to talk bad about you with career and work, it's like they don't have anything that they could say. So if you came here and like, you know, Stacy at work is like a bitch and she's blah, blah, blah. Or if you came here and you know your competitor is blah, 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 you want to know what they were saying, they're not saying anything. It almost feels like no one listened to them if they had anything negative to say, or maybe they don't have no one to say it to, or no one cares, or there's nothing that it's like no one has anything on you right now. It seems like it's like the ball kind of feels like it's in your court. But I do feel like you improve the workspace and like the places that you go to. So I will be talking about, I'll give you guys those messages. How do they improve the workplace? Some people here have actually like helped the team that they work on evolve. So you could assist them with revamping things or coaching them through something major. Other people here are really good with like cross department planning. So like maybe you're improving the vision that people have for their projects, or you're expanding certain roles. What else? What else are they saying? Some people here are really great at like bridging the communication gap with work between everybody across different skill levels too. So they could be talking about how you can get along with people that are your rank, people that are a little bit higher up too. I do feel like you're well liked, but it's not because of like your personality. It's because of how you show up at work. It's because of how you show up and do your job. They talk about how some of you guys are actually like mentors with your job. You are in charge of like teaching other people things, and they talk about that and like how you do it, and how some of you guys, you have like a structure or something that you follow. Anything else? Anything else? You're respected at work because you face your decisions. You can take accountability in this group too. So if something did go wrong, I feel like you would fess up to it and you would fix it. I feel like that happens very rarely though. In this group, people in your job respect you because you protect your peace, and you also protect resources too. You don't overshare, you don't overspend, you don't overextend yourself like I was getting earlier. That's what I was getting with the Four of Pentacles. Like, you're not doing more than you have to. Why would you do more than you have to? So some of you guys, you're not getting paid as much as you want to, and that's why you're not doing more. And for others of you, you're getting paid just enough, and that's why you don't have to do more. You're already right where you want to be. When it comes to your work or at work, they're saying that you can collaborate without ego too, though. And that they actually really do admire this in you. They do admire that you are a patient person. And you can help a lot of people reach success, but like I said, boundaries, or like I said, I'm just gonna leave it at that with the boundaries. Some of you guys have Taurus in your chart. I don't feel like this group is like easily bullied or like easily controlled or like persuaded to do anything that you don't want to do. And people talk about that at work, like how they can't do the same shit with you. When you work, it's like an art form. Honestly, people really do pay a lot of attention to your attention to detail. And some of you guys are really great at your craft, and you don't half-ass anything. And people talk about that when it comes to your work, and that's also why they respect you at your job. They talk about how you don't give up, and they admire your resilience, and like how even if you are tired or you're exhausted or you don't want to be there that day, you're going to show up and you're going to do what you need to do. So there are some people, they go to work and they never have a bad day. Nobody would know if they slept on the wrong side of the bed or if they went up and got coffee in the morning or not. And then there are other people who it's like, if they're having a shitty day, they're going to let them know, but they're still going to get things done. And that could be you. But yeah, that's what I'm getting for this group. So if that resonated, definitely come back for another one on my channel. I'm going to be doing this topic, like how you are currently being perceived weekly and like, or bi-weekly on the channel. So this time I decided to do it for like the career thing, but I definitely will continue doing the career reading thing, because I do have a career tier on Patreon where you guys will get what's coming up next for me, financial advice, what are people currently thinking or saying about me at work. And I will also be posting some options on Patreon too for anyone that later on down the lines or right now is going to be changing careers or looking to see which option might be the best for them. I'm going to do a pick a card for that topic as well. So if you want to access that, definitely consider being a member on Patreon. You can also access some free stuff on there too. I go live for the 12 zodiac signs every single month. So if you guys hit the notification bell, you can get alerted when I'm going live for that. And in the extended, we look at their next actions towards you. So thanks so much for watching. And for my singles here, I do singles readings too. If you want a personal reading, check out Etsy. And yeah, bye. Hi pile number 4, welcome to your reading. My name is Jay, and today we're going to be doing a how are you currently being perceived at work. So this could be by colleagues, clients, coworkers, bosses, whoever. Tap into the person or the people that you want to know what they're thinking of right now, and I'm going to channel them through the cards. So this reading is going to start with an energy check where I tap into possible career industries or roles that you might be in, so you know whether or not you've chosen the correct pile. And yeah, let's get into it. We have the 7 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, damn, the World card, and the Queen of Wands. Okay. Possible industries that you guys might be in this group. The World card. Somebody here could do global work, something digital. Other people here are in publishing. Someone here could be a translator, a travel blogger, an international consultant of some type. Editor came through for this group too. Someone here could be running an international business or part of an international business. Something to do with travel. What else am I getting here? Queen of Wands. Someone here could have a big, I don't know why, but like I was some of the other groups did get influencer or fame. Now fame can be a lot of things. Like some people are like famous like newscasters. Some people are famous because they work on like ESPN, or they're famous because they have a podcast or whatever. So some of you guys, you do something where you got some sort of fame from it, and it could be something creative. It could be something innovative. This group is giving branding too with the Queen of Wands. So, and that's pretty, like, it is a really big industry. And also, I feel like it's like more common now. So someone here could do something with social media or marketing as well. What else? 7 of Cups, 4 of Cups, Knight of Cups. Someone here could be a poet or a novelist. Someone here works at a gallery. Other people do sound therapy or some sort of therapy. I'm not getting like straight mental health therapy, but like other stuff, like there's like play therapy, stuff like that. Other people here work in like the fantasy entertainment industry. So you could be an animator, graphic design, game designer, illusionist. Someone here could even be like an interpreter or a dream interpreter. Someone here does interpretive dance or like ballet or gymnastics or something like that. Someone here could do one of those other sports. I heard the other sports. I don't know what that means. Okay. Other people here are like an actor or a lyricist. Photographer. The World card. 7 of Cups. 4 of Cups and 9 of Cups. Okay, other roles here. We have the Emperor, the Devil, the Star card, and the 10 of Cups here. Okay. The Star card, the Devil, and the Emperor. What industries or roles could you guys be in this group for this energy check? Somebody here works the nightlife. Like either the clubs, a DJ, sex industry, bartender. Someone here could work in a hedge fund or be like something trader. Corporate sales. Someone here could be in a taboo industry or the adult entertainment industry in this group. The Star. Other people here could be a singer. Someone here is on like Discord or Twitch and they stream. Someone here could be a motivational speaker, nonprofit. Someone here works with astrology or creative healing in some sort with a Star. What about the Emperor? What am I getting with the Emperor? Leadership. Same thing in this group with the Emperor coming out, because I think another one of the other groups got like the King of Swords and was giving the same vibe of like military, corporate, CEO. But other people here could actually be like a general, an architect, district manager. I heard someone here has a job where they're like tax exempt or something like that, or they have a government contract. Interesting. Okay. 10 of Cups. What else? 10 of Cups. Someone here works in like something to do with family, like a marriage counselor, family business. Some of these are like repeating across the group, so I guess some people here could be watching more than one pile. Maybe that's why. Something here seems like family focused. Like, you know how some people, yes, you could be a content creator, but some people create content about their art. Other people create content about like their own life experiences. Other people vlog, like travel blogs, so that other people know where to go. Some people are promoting products. Other people just post about like their family and their life, and people follow them for that. Like, you know, some people have like pages for like their dogs. I watched this one video today about this YouTube channel that has like 113 like thousand subscribers, and they just post them giving squirrels in their neighborhood that they've named and like recognize different foods, and then they just like show them like their reactions to eating the different foods that they make them. So somebody here does something like that. I'm not saying you have to work with scrolls or whatever, but like maybe you are showing something creative or interesting about your life and your experiences in some way. Okay, so how are you currently being perceived at work? We have the key card, birds, bouquet, and the anchor on the bottom of the deck. Number 33, 12, 9, or 35 can be significant here. These cards are the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. Some people in your work or your career are actually like shy to reach out to you, but they want to talk to you, but it's like for whatever reason maybe they hold back. So it, like, for example, that could be a boss that like wants to have a more personal relationship with you, but they can't cross that line. It could be you know, somebody that you met in passing, or someone that you only see every now and again with your career, so you don't really have any reason to talk to them, but they want to talk to you. Stuff like that I'm getting, or situations like that are coming up. There are people that are talking about you right now in your career that actually want to give you answers, solutions. They want to be open to you. They want to help you unlock some sort of like door for you in your career. So there are some people here that actually are focused on helping you, and they're talking about you in that way. In this group, I do feel like people talk about you in a positive way as well. Like Some people are complimenting you. Some people talk about how happy you make them in the career or in the workplace. Some people talk about a gift you recently gave them or how they want to gift you. You're very charming and pleasant, I feel like. And people talk about how professional you could be and how stable you are, how long you've been at the place. Some of you guys, you've worked where you worked for a long time, or maybe an anniversary is coming up or something like that. Okay, Justice card in reverse, Seven of Wands. This is so funny. This is so funny. Okay, so I feel like in this reading, the reason why the cards are coming out like this is because for some of you guys, this is just something recent that happened. This isn't the energy you're always in, but it's like something recent. Okay, Six of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, yeah. And the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so what are they saying? What are they saying about this group? How are you currently being perceived in the workplace? Strength. You're being perceived as somebody who balances your compassion with your power. You can help resolve conflict. You can keep a very calm, tense demeanor to you. And other times when it's necessary, I heard when it's necessary, you do more. Okay. But with the Strength card, it's like, I heard when like big moments happen, you are able to manage your emotions gracefully. So let me give you an example. I used to work with this one client who had, in terms of executive functioning, like they were not that great with it, and they didn't have a lot of impulse control, so they could get aggressive sometimes. And so some of you guys, you deal with that. I don't know if you deal with aggression or you deal with like maybe you're in customer service and people are always like yelling at you or, you know, blaming you for things, or I don't know if it's just like a high pace or intense place where you're working, but people are noticing that with the Strength card there. Justice card did come out in reverse here, so I don't think that anyone would really describe you as somebody who's unfair. I do feel like some of you guys, you comply with like certain policies or standards or operations or whatever. Like you don't break the rules, and people are talking about that. Or maybe like you have to follow some sort of whatever for your job, and so they're talking about how you maintain certain standards and how that's like a good thing. And maybe someone before you that had the same job was not as great as some of that. Now, some of these messages will resonate for you, and others will be for another person that's in a different industry than you. So, of course, take what is yours, because it's a general reading. And I do feel like in this group, this is the one group where I'm getting like a lot of different types of industries all mixed together in one. And not everyone here is going to resonate with all the messages, whereas the other ones, they felt a bit blended. And I think a lot of that was because of the types of personalities that were showing up. But in this group, I feel like it's different because everyone here has a different industry. So some of you guys are talking about how you uphold, like I said, the company values. How you would be good, either you would be good at a place because you would uphold the company values, or they're saying that that's something you currently do. Others of you, you defend your mission, you defend your beliefs. People talk about how you have a lot of integrity at your work and that you maintain proper boundaries. So another group I got that you respected other people's boundaries, but I heard in this group is that you really assert boundaries very strongly. You don't let anybody do anything unfair or expect more from you at your job than like what is entitled. So some of you guys, you're like really great with like legal stuff or technical things. So it almost feels like someone was about to explain something to you, but you already knew what they were going to say, or you already knew what they were talking about. People talk about how you are very balanced in the way that you give and receive at work too. Some of you guys, you have improved your place of work. You've been a mentor, and you've also been mentored. Knight of Swords. People could be saying how you have pushed whatever team or like place that you're working at out of like a stuck place. So like, let's say they had a really large need for your position before it was filled because they couldn't get this thing done, or because they were always trying to attempt this, but it never worked. And then all of a sudden now you're here. So people are talking about that too, like the differences and the changes that you have made in the workplace and how quickly you were able to do that. After like a slow, long process. So when people talk about you at the workplace or your career or whatever, they talk about how things were before you got there and now how they are with you there. Ten of Pentacles. I could see other people talking about you, saying that you're very like success oriented. And because of that, you have improved the company or the place that you're working or in whatever thing that you're doing. Like a lot of things have been happening in succession because of you. It's like you have that sort of mentality where you can think about things long term. People are also mentioning how maybe you have saved for retirement. Some of you guys are already married and like have a family, so they mentioned that. I feel like in this group you're like very respected, and that's really what you were spoken about the most. I'm not getting too much about like crushes or like drama or anything like that. I'm not really getting that at all. So this is the one group where I do feel like your reading might be a bit shorter than the other ones, just because I didn't have to do too much explaining for the other ones. Or I didn't have to do as much explaining as the other ones. But I do feel like in this group you are respected, and I do feel like you improve your workplace. Anything else that I can tell you guys before we close out this reading for pile number 4? I want to say in this group, if you do ever have somebody that is like unfair with you or rude to you or something in the workplace, the reason being, or the reason why they do those things, especially if they do it repetitively, is because you have receipts on them. Some of you guys should have receipts on something shady or wrong that somebody did, and you've either called them out on it or they're afraid you're going to, so they may like do weird things sometimes. That's for those of you where you have had that sort of situation, because I was seeing the 7 of Wands, so some of you guys with this energy coming through with the Strength card is because you've had to be this way. Like some of you guys are very giving and generous people, but maybe in the past in your career, your work, you have had to stop that. I heard somebody say stop that. Anything else, Spirit? You're respected because of your emotional control and how you can be that without being cold. You actually are admired for how graceful you can be, how elegant and mature you can be, wise you can be. Some of you guys in this group is like you kind of like carry yourself in a way where you carry yourself like you're important. Yeah. And I feel like that's what people think about you at work. They talk about how you carry yourself and how pretty much all the time you carry yourself a certain way. It's like you don't really switch up your personality all too much. You do give generously, but you give with discernment. And they admire how you know when to say yes and you know when to say no in your workplace. You move very quickly. Some of you guys, you speak with a lot of passion and force. People admire that firecracker. And some of you guys are very opinionated. And you make like very sharp, precise moves with your career, with what you're doing for work. And people notice that, they say that. And they speak about those things. You could be building a legacy right now, not just when it comes to income, but like thinking generationally for yourself, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. And people talk about that. Okay, wow. So in this group, if that resonated, definitely let me know. Come back for another one here on my channel. Like the post or comment on it. I do readings like this every single month, and I'm going to be having like 3 different career topics. What advice can I give you for what's going on in your career and your finances? What's the best industry for you? And stuff like that. So if you're interested in career topics, love readings, anything, hype you up readings, I do all of that here on the channel, and I have a lot of tiers on Patreon that you guys can access, and a lot of stuff that you can watch for free as a member on Patreon. So check those out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye. Hi, pile number 5. Welcome to your reading. My name is Jay, and today I'm going to be looking at how you're currently being perceived at work. So this could be by your boss, by your colleagues or coworkers, clients, people that have just entered your place of business, whoever it is that you want to know what their thoughts are. Think about that person right now, and I'm going to channel them with the cards. So if it resonates, definitely let me know. Okay, so we have clouds, coffin, mice, and letters. Someone's name could start with the letter C, M, or L. Numbers 6, 8, 23, and 27 are coming through here. Gemini, Scorpio came through. Okay, bottom of the deck is this letter card. This is the 7 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. Okay. Now, I'm going to be doing something called an energy check, which is basically where I will be listing off possible career industries or roles that you may be in. And if that resonates with you, that might be how you know that you're in this pile. Some of you guys, you might hear a career space or like role that you were in previously at some point. And if that is the case, that might still be extra confirmation for you. But definitely take what is yours. And thanks so much for watching. Okay, so we've got the 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So someone here could definitely have Earth in their chart. We don't have to. Okay, so the Hierophant. Someone here could be an educator. They could work in the legal field, the religious field. They could be a professor, lawyer, clergy. Someone here could be in policy or analyzing of policy, academia, What else am I getting here? 7 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles energy coming through here for this group. I heard agriculture, farming, career coach, retirement planner. What else? What else might you do? Queen of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. Someone here could do luxury, something with luxury cars or luxury lifestyle. Maybe just work with cards, period. I heard something about tech. I feel like in this group, whatever you work in is like a very lucrative field. It really doesn't matter what it is. Some of you guys, you do like fashion designers, you own your own shop or like boutique. Someone here has a spa operator or an art curator. Someone owns like a vineyard or a winery. I don't know why I'm seeing like a lot of space. So some of you guys, it's like it's a lot of space in the building that you work in, like it's a big building. And others of you, it's like a lot of space either that you were able to buy through your career or a lot of space that is necessary for your career. Interesting. Okay, what else? Possible roles. Page of Swords, Page of Wands, Strength, and the King of Pentacles with the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Someone here could be in real estate, CFO, financial mogul, landowner, venture capitalist. That energy was coming through. What else? With the 5 of Swords. Debate, defense attorney. Someone here could be in like cutthroat sales. Someone here is what's that word? A politician. Because I got some people that worked in like social justice or they worked as like an activist, but in this group I got like politician or something like that. Okay, strength. Or maybe you work with politicians close hand in hand. Page of Wands. Someone here could work with the youth. Or someone here became an entrepreneur when they were young. Started working when they were young. Someone here works in the arts or media. I know that's a very big industry, so I'm not going to go too deep into that because there's a lot of different ways that you could be in there. Even if you're just in like support or like tech or whatever. Research. Something about academia is like coming through so strong for this group. I don't know why. I feel like in this group you're super intelligent, and I do feel like people talk about that in your career and in your workspace. Page of Wands. What else am I getting with the Page of Wands for this energy check? And the Strength card. Somebody here could work in healthcare. They could be a physical therapist, a trauma coach. Social worker came through for this group too. Animal rescue, vet, coaching. There's so many different types of coaches that there can be, so I don't want to go too deep into that. But some of you guys are coaching in some of the industries that I mentioned before. Okay, so if you're still watching here, let's get into what people are saying about you. Okay? So we've got the 3 of Cups, the 6 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and finally on the bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. What are they saying about you at work? 3 of Cups. Any major arcana here? Nope. Okay. They're saying that pile number 5 is full of bright ideas. You are the spark. Some of you guys, you're the plug. People are always expecting for you to pitch something great. Or for you to do something wild or brilliant at your place of work. So some of you guys are very spunky like that. 6 of Wands. They're saying that you're everyone's favorite at work. You're seen as like the rising star, you know, the person that everyone notices. So in this group, you definitely have like a lot, as much haters as you have admirers. I feel like this is in work and outside of work. Sometimes people talk about your relationship at work. If you're in a relationship, then they talk about that. That could be a source of envy for some people here. 6 of Swords, 3 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups. What are they talking about when they bring up pile number 5? They're talking about how you're the fun one. You keep morale high at work. It's like people want to grab lunch with you or hang out with you or talk with you after work too. So some of you guys, people are like talking about how they want to plan something with you, or they want to reach out to you, or they want to invite you to something. Or if you have coworkers or like friends at work, then they always talk about you in a really positive way, and they talk about how like they have a lot of fun with you. Some of you guys, you have like a work bestie or like a work wife or hubby that everyone like relates to you. So whenever they bring up that person, they also bring up you, and vice versa. Six of Swords. What are they saying about my dear pal number 5? They're saying that you're transitioning. You seem like you have recovered from something. Maybe you were burnt out in the past and now you're finding your passion again, or now you're allowing yourself to be happy again. Some of you guys, you went through a breakup and now you're doing better, or you had something going on with your family, or, you know, whatever. And you've resolved those things and you're looking better. You're feeling better. And I think that people are happy about that too. They're happy for you in that regard. I feel like people gather that you're a very caring person. You may not be like super emotional on the outside, but they do gather that you actually like care and you want people to like get along, and you want, you know, good vibes. People gather that about you. Some of you guys, you get stressed sometimes. The people that are thinking these things about you could be people right now that are going through something confusing. So that could be a difficult time in their relationship. That could be, you know, mourning somebody, losing a parent, you know, whatever. But there's somebody that is thinking these things about you that is not actually having the easiest time right now. And maybe that's why I'm getting all of this energy of them talking and thinking about how they really like your energy and how they want to be around you more. So some of you guys, I really feel like you improve the vibe at work, and therefore you can improve things at work because everyone's feeling better and like more motivated. Or maybe it's just like people have a long day, then they come and talk to you at your place of business or whatever it is that you're at, and it's an enjoyable experience. Like, I don't know if you ever went to like a restaurant and your waiter was just like really dope, or you went to like the museum and the person that was working at the museum let you see this one exhibit for free when it wasn't supposed to be open, or, you know, like stuff like that. It's like some of you guys, you are that person for a lot of people when they come into your place of work or your place of business where you're at. It's like you give them deals, or maybe you're the bartender that gives them the extra shot or whatever. So they're talking about that. People talk about as well at work, like how you notice everything. You are very alert. You're curious too, and you're mentally like 10 steps ahead of people all the time. So people do feel like observed by you at work, but some of you guys, you have to observe and you have to like make sure that things are a certain way with your career. And that's why they say that. Like nothing really gets past you. Okay. So I feel like if you do have haters in this group, the reason why you have haters is for a few reasons. One, some of them are happy or not happy that you are happy. They're not happy that you have friendships. They hate that. They hate that you have a support system. They hate that you can make easy connections with the Page of Swords energy here, and that people actually do want to talk to you. So if you have haters or anyone that is like a naysayer or whatever, they really don't like that. It's a quality in you that they feel like they don't have in themselves, and it makes them envious. With the Nine of Cups as well, there could be some people that are upset that you're content on your own too. It's like you are liked, but you love yourself. You know what I mean? You live for you. You don't live for the people that love you. You live for yourself. And they may hate that. That's why I was saying, it's like there are some people that are thinking these things about you right now that are in a place in their life where things are up in the air. They don't feel as confident. They could be grieving. They could, I heard, have like a lot of problems coming up over and over and over. There's even some people that would like to hear from you, but they haven't. So they could be salty that they haven't heard from you. What the hell? How are you mad that I don't want to talk to you? Yeah. In this group, if you have haters, a lot of them are upset because you don't need them and you don't need anyone else, and they want you to need them because they feel like they need you to be cool. They feel like they need you to be welcomed here or whatever. It's like if you were to openly talk about how you don't like pile number 5, no one will fuck with you, and they don't like that. They don't like that. It's like, why does everyone like them? I'm hearing somebody say, oh my God, you know, they don't like when you get recognized or when you're winning publicly. Like, they really don't like this. Even if you've earned it. What's wrong with them? I guess it's people that feel like their best is never good enough. You know, people that judge themselves super harshly are the ones that would hate on you. But it's not all that. It's not all that people are thinking about. It's not all negative. Not at all. There are some good things there too about how you make the workplace better. And why they respect you. I feel like in this group you're admired and like loved more than you're respected. And it's not that you're not respected, it's just that I mean, just like think about it, you know, think about like 3 people you know right now, and like the first thing that you think about them, the first thing they might think about, maybe your mom, is like, oh my god, she's so hardworking, or she's done so much for us. But the first thing that you would think about, like the guy you met at the library 3 weeks ago, was like, oh, I remember that they had like a funky belt on or something, you know what I mean? So when people think about you, they think about how conversations with you are interesting, how you seem like a whole individual, how your job and your career and the gossip or the drama that goes on there is not your end all be all. Like, you have a life outside of your work, and you can also balance your personal life and your work really, really well. So even if you are in communication with coworkers or colleagues or clients or anyone like that outside of work, you still maintain proper boundaries, and it's still likable. It's not anything that, you know, would be problematic. And so maybe if you do have haters, then they're problematic, and that's why. They've made mistakes that they can't take back, and they've created a reputation for themselves that they can't undo. Well, that's not your problem. That's just not your problem. Not your problem. Okay. People assume that what's next for you in your career is maybe you're going to launch some new business, or maybe you're starting a new personal project just for the fun of it. Some of you guys, maybe you just recently started a new job, or people assume that you're going to be doing that soon, or maybe you're going to help somebody that's new at your place of work, place of business. You could be hosting a workshop or pitching a new idea. It's like, that's what the things that people think about with you. It's like, nothing is ever boring. Nothing ever stays the same. So you could be in charge of like innovation, or you could be in charge of coming up with like new ideas or something like that for your career or your job. Or maybe this is just something you enjoy doing. That's just the type of person you are. You're very, some of you guys have Aquarius in your chart. I don't know why I just like thought of, and I saw the image of fireworks. I don't know if that's important to somebody here. People assume that you're going to be publicly recognized in your life for some major work or thing that you've done. People assume that because you do care about the work that you do, but you actually are very good at what you do, and you are intelligent, and you know, you're very competent. That's what I heard. But that's not the first thing that people think about you at work. The first thing they think about is how much they love you. So in this group, you could be a really great connector or networker if you wanted to. Like, I feel like you could get a lot of good things in your life just by being yourself. And so I could definitely see why that would be a point of envy for a lot of people, where they don't feel like they can get that sort of thing, or their personality isn't their strongest factor. It could be something else. But okay. Anything else? You may have like a powerful work bestie bond, or a powerful like business partnership that is rooted in like trust and like mutual respect, and that could be something that people talk about when it comes to you. Your clients really like you if you have them, and the people that work with you feel like they met you for a reason, and they're so happy that they did. I feel like you leave a really big impact and like strong influence over people, and that's how you're spoken about in your career and at work. Someone could be talking about a new certification you're getting, an interview that you just had, research that you just came up with, or just brought to someone's attention. I just feel like people talk about how sharp you are too, and how inspiring you can be. I feel like in this group you actually are seen as like a person that's very inspiring, and who takes a lot of initiative in their own life. So if that resonated, definitely let me know. Come back for another one here on my channel. I do career readings and other topics like that monthly, and I post on the community tab the schedule for when those readings will be coming out, so you guys definitely will know when I'm doing them. The only thing where I advise you guys to hit the notification bell for is any random topic that I think of coming on to do, as well as the zodiac sign love readings. I don't know what time I'm gonna come on for those. I do know what day, but sometimes it just depends on how my day went and if I have a personal to do. But yeah, so hit the notification bell for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you want a personal reading from me, you can check out Etsy or Patreon, and I will be starting the tarot lessons, and it looks like some people on the channel now want the astrology lessons back too, so I'm gonna get those together for you as well. And yeah, bye, take care.